Imagine a world on edge. The year is 1958. The Cold War grips the planet in a tense standoff between the United States and the Soviet Union. Both superpowers are locked in a race for technological and military supremacy, their arsenals bristling with nuclear weapons. The world holds its breath, fearing a conflict that could escalate into unimaginable destruction. In this climate of fear and uncertainty, a secret plan is hatched within the walls of the United States government. A plan so audacious, so seemingly insane, that it reads like the plot of a science fiction novel. The target? The moon, Earth's celestial companion, and a symbol of peace and wonder for millennia. The objective? To detonate a nuclear bomb on its surface, a display of raw power intended to intimidate the Soviets and demonstrate American might to the world. This was Project A119, a top-secret program developed by the United States Air Force. A plan that, thankfully, never came to fruition. It stands today as a chilling reminder of the Cold War's perilous brinkmanship and the lengths to which nations were willing to go to assert their dominance. The very idea of nuking the moon seems unfathomable today. It speaks to a time when fear and paranoia clouded rational judgment, when the pursuit of power overshadowed ethical considerations and the sanctity of celestial bodies. To understand the motivations behind Project A119, we must first delve into the historical context of the Cold War. Following World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union emerged as the world's two superpowers. However, their ideologies, capitalist democracy versus communist authoritarianism, stood in stark contrast. This fundamental difference fueled an atmosphere of suspicion, mistrust, and intense competition. The Cold War was characterized by a constant state of geopolitical tension and proxy wars fought on foreign soil. Both sides engaged in a massive arms race, stockpiling nuclear weapons with terrifying destructive capabilities. The development of the atomic bomb by the US, followed by the Soviet Union's own successful test, cast a long shadow over the world. The possibility of a nuclear holocaust became a terrifying reality. Within this climate of fear and uncertainty, the space race emerged as a key battleground in the Cold War. The successful launch of Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite by the Soviet Union in 1957, sent shockwaves through the American public and government. It was a stark demonstration of Soviet technological prowess and a blow to American pride. The space race became a symbol of national pride and technological superiority, with both superpowers pouring massive resources into developing rockets, satellites, and ultimately, manned spaceflight programs. Project A119, conceived in the wake of Sputnik's launch, must be viewed within this context, as a desperate attempt to regain the upper hand in a competition that seemed to have existential stakes. The brainchild of the United States Air Force, Project A119, was officially known as a study of lunar research flights. This innocuous title belied the project's true objective: to investigate the potential military and scientific benefits of detonating a nuclear device on the moon. The project was motivated by several factors. Firstly, it was seen as a way to demonstrate American technological superiority over the Soviet Union, which had taken an early lead in the space race. A successful nuclear explosion on the moon would be a very visible display of power, intended to intimidate the Soviets and bolster American morale at home. Secondly, the project's proponents argued that a nuclear detonation could provide valuable scientific data about the composition of the lunar surface and the moon's interior. By observing the blast and its aftermath, scientists hoped to gain insights into the geological history of the moon and the early solar system. Finally, there was a strategic dimension to the project. Some military planners believed that establishing a presence on the moon, even a symbolic one achieved through a nuclear explosion, could give the United States a strategic advantage in a potential future conflict. The project was shrouded in secrecy, with only a small group of scientists and military officials privy to its existence. The team tasked with developing the plan included some of the brightest minds of the time, including a young Carl Sagan, then a rising star in the field of astronomy. Reaching for the moon, the technical challenges. The technical challenges involved in detonating a nuclear bomb on the moon were enormous for the late 1950s. The project required the development of a rocket powerful enough to carry a nuclear payload to the moon, a distance of almost 240,000 miles. This was no mean feat at a time when spaceflight was still in its infancy. The plan involved launching a W-25 warhead, a relatively small thermonuclear device with a yield of about 1.7 kilotons, atop a modified intercontinental ballistic missile. The missile would need to be carefully targeted to ensure the bomb detonated on the visible side of the moon, maximizing the visual impact for the Soviets and the rest of the world. To ensure the explosion was visible from Earth, the team considered detonating the bomb on the lunar terminator, the line that separates the illuminated day side from the dark night side. The blast, silhouetted against the darkness of space, would have been a terrifying spectacle, visible to the naked eye. The scientists involved in the project faced numerous technical hurdles, including ensuring the bomb survived the journey through the harsh environment of space, developing a reliable detonation mechanism, and accurately predicting the trajectory of the missile and the location of the blast. The abyss gazes back, risks and repercussions.